Good day everyone, welcome to my video presentation subject in international trade and agreements. My topics is all about capital requirements and private source of financing in chapter 13. First, what is capital requirements? Capital requirements are regulating standard rank that determine how much liquid capital or sold assets they must keep on hand concerning their overall holdings. Next, what is private source of financing? Money for personal savings, friends, and family bank loans and private equity through angel investor and venture capitalist are all options for finding throughout the life cycle of a private company. There are three major changes in small business financing. First, technology. Technology enables the financial world to operate efficiently to decentralize while improving control. Second is globalization. Globalization allows business to turn increasingly to international markets to raise capital. And the last, deregulation, the act of process of removing restriction and regulations. Let's proceed to determinants of capital needs and financing alternatives. First, stage of evolution. Second, ownership structure, and the last, distribution channels. Next, different sources. First, internal financing. Using one's own resources, retaining more profits in the business, and reducing accounts receivable and inventories should be explored before resorting to external funding sources. Let's proceed to external financing. There are different forms of external financing. First, debt or equity financing. Debt financing involves the borrowing of money, whereas equity financing involves selling a portion of equity in the company. Equity financing places no additional financial burden on the company. However, the downside is quite large. The second form of external financing is short-term intermediaries long-term financing. Short-term involves a credit period of less than 1 year, while intermediate financing is credit extended for a period of 1 to 5 years. In long-term financing, the credit period ranges between 5 and 20 years. The last form of external financing, investment and inventory working capital financing. Investment financing is money used to start a business or computer, fax machine, telephone, and etc. Inventory capital is money raised to purchase products for sale. Working capital supports current operations such as rent, advertising, supplies, wages, and so on. All three could be financed by debt or equity. Let's proceed to external sources. External sources is the best source of financing for initial capital needs or expansion because there is no interest to be paid back or equity in the business to be surrendered. Internal sources include the following: money in saving accounts, certificates of deposit, and other personal accounts, and last, money in stock bonds and money market funds. Let's proceed to the external sources. First, family and friends is the second best option for raising capital for an export-import business. The second is banks and other commercial lenders. The largest challenge to successful lending is the turnover rate of small business. There are different types of financing. First, asset-based financing. Banks and other commercial lenders provide loans secured by fixed assets such as land, buildings, and machinery. For example, they will lend up to 80% of the value of one's home minus the first mortgage. The second types of financing, lines of credit. A certain amount of money is made available and interest is often charged on the amount used. The third types of financing, personal and commercial loans. Owners with good credit standing could obtain personal loans that are backed by the mere signature and guarantee of the borrower. Commercial loans are also short-term loans that are often backed by stocks, bonds, and life insurance policies as collateral. The four types of financing, credit cards. Credit cards are generally not recommended for capital needs for new or existing export-import businesses because they are one of the costless forms of business financing. Let's proceed to the Small Business Administration or SBA. The SBA has several facilities for lending that can be used by export-import businesses for capital needs. This is the last report, different stages of their growth cycle. First, guarantee loans, interest rates, guarantee fee, guarantee of last resort. I am Liza B. Ginigis of Your Reporting. Thank you for watching.